Okay, we start with sports on. CC, I start with you. Onaze recovers from injury. Good news.
Very good news for him, of course. No, if you read the details of that paper, someone actually wrote one article saying that his injury actually exposed, Mikel Obi. I don't know how true that is. But the good thing is, his recovery is really a good one for him and, of course, for all Nigerians, because he's actually planning to leave last year to either Liverpool or Manchester City. And I hope one of those deals gets to fall through so that we can watch him more in the English Premiership. Of course, his talent, it's something we really, really can't compare with other Nigerian players presently now because of what he did at the World Cup. We really
somebody actually said, somebody actually said, Onaze break Babatunde's arm, while Matuidi now break his own leg. Anyway, we are still on the papers, still on this same paper. When you go down a little bit, scroll down, you will see, okay, let's go to the back page, and he's telling us, that is the Joachim Low, the coach of Germany. He said Argentina are more than Messi. Jimmy.
Mind games.
Mind games.
Let's be honest with ourselves. In 1986, when Maradona won the World Cup for Argentina, it was not really about him. He had fantastic players. He had Burruchaga, he had Valdano, he had the likes of Brown doing the magic. They played as a compact team. All through the tournament, they were there for themselves. But in this particular competition, all you've seen is the Messi factor coming to play in almost all the matches they've played. So I don't think it's really, you can see Di Maria Higuain coming to the party quite late.
We'll talk about transfers later, but the man is going to PSG for 60 million.
Who knows?
Okay.
We are
still on spot on. We're not living here now. The top left corner, Messi, I would give up my records to win the World Cup.
Exactly. You see, for Lionel Messi, that is the holy grail. and once he's able to grab this, because he's won everything in world football except the fact that he's not been able to perform at the World Cup. He was at Korea, Japan. We saw that he didn't do much, and he came to
South Africa.
South Africa.
Wait, Messi was at Korea,
Germany. Exactly. So he came to South Africa. People expected
and he couldn't score a goal against
He could not score a goal against
Iran.
But now against Iran, he was able to do it. Against Nigeria, he was able to do it, and you saw his contribution to the team. So for him winning the World Cup, I think we cap up everything and we put him a step ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Okay, we're not living here. There is this the current Pope and the Pope Emeritus. But here Pope Francis is saying, I will not be praying for Argentina to win. I mean,
it's not about
citizens are there.
It's about the current Pope.
Yeah, the former Pope.
And the former Pope.
The current Pope is Argentine.
Yeah.
The former Pope
Francis and Benedict.
No, don't call it.
It's German.
It's German.
Pope Emeritus.
So Pope Emeritus versus the current Pope.
The eminence and the holiness. The question will now be whose prayers will be answered by God.
But the eminence has said, I am not praying. I am not partisan. Even from Argentina, I'm the Pope of, I'm the Pope.
He has said that he cannot watch 90 minutes of football. So what are we talking about?
All right, let's take the next paper. Okay, that is complete sports. Eyes on the prize. Sisi, what is the prize now?
That's the World Cup, of course, the trophy, of course.
$35 million.
Wow, it's huge. It's not just about the money. I think it's just the prestige. When you want to win a World Cup, and I believe the best place to actually win it is at the Maracana. You look at the atmosphere, you look at the tradition of that particular stadium. Just entering the stadium, it's just something. That's why Louis van Gaal was actually saying that third place is a game he wouldn't really want to play, although he went ahead to actually win it anyway. But when you look, the fact that you're going to Maracana to win a trophy, or just look at it, stare at it, I think it's something. It's just the whole ambience, the drama, the festivity, everything that comes with it. I think that's why it's really, this particular World Cup world is historic and, of course, one of the biggest. And it's also a pity that the Brazilians did not really get to enter that Rio de Janeiro.
Let's move on. I know there's a story that we'll see the story later on. Let's move on to the next paper. Okay, that is Soccer Star. Okay, it says Germany goes for history. There is also Onaze returns to training. Ahmed Musa's goal makes FIFA top 10. Let's take. We're going to take two stories here. This Ahmed Musa story and Enyama's story. Yemi, Ahmed Musa, that equalizer, the first goal.
I think, like somebody said, Musa in that game against Argentina played his best game for Nigeria. We saw the way he responded. Nigeria responded after that first goal. A lot of people feel, Nigeria capitulated again. We're not going to be able to come back.
We and Brazilians, come on.
Before Argentina could even send...
Before they could spell Argentina.
Before the goal was in, and we saw the way he took the goal. That was very, very clinical. He bent it like a Beckham.
Forgive the color. But I thought it was actually Messi that actually...
Exactly.
It was Messi versus Musa
in that game.
Messi scored
and like you said last week, if Messi had gotten that third goal, probably Musa would have
gotten the third goal. I think there are times where look, somebody else to score the third goal. If not, Musa was ready.
Musa was ready.
All right.
But they had a Rojo who could have had Yobo go do the magic.
Okay, all right. Also at the top left corner, he said Enyama voted third best African player. Gentlemen, third best African.
Third best or number one
I
in
am
Africa.
not entirely. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Slimani and Feguli, I don't think they played any better than him.
Georgia
was imperious. It was Mercurial doing the whatnot.
But we can also look at where this story is coming from. It's France.
Okay.
So what do you expect?
Understandable.
Let us see if we do a survey in Nigeria or we do it in England or wherever.
I think we'll get a different
opinion.
opinion.
We need to do our own.
Yeah. All right, the next. Let us see what is there. Is there anything in the back page of Soccer Star? Do we have anything there? Let's see what is there.
So Germany just
On the next paper, this one is not quite. All right, that is it. Swap deal. Okay, that is still talking about transfers. No any World Cup story there. They are all Liverpool to complete this. Anyway, mind that. Okay, I think these are all swap. Transfer stories.
Like Alex
so let's go to the last paper. These are we think we're in the World Cup. Okay, we do not fear Argentina. That is the same thing that Lowe is saying. And then Myanmar is third best, the same thing. And Musa Strike nominated. Onaze begins training. Basically, everything that we've gone through in the other papers are there. Anything in the back page of Sporting Life? Is there anything there? Let's see if we can take that also. It's not. I think okay.
It's still all about transfers.
It's still all about transfers. All right. World Cup terror. Mourinho turns down Brazil. Okay, Messi, I'll give up all my records to win the World Cup. The same stories. Okay, thank you very much. Those are what the papers are saying. Those are what. Okay, all right. These are the players who influenced the World Cup. Gentlemen, today's final, Messi, the goalkeepers.
Romero
and Manuel, one of the two best goalkeepers in the tournament.
You see, for this match, I think something interests me a lot.
Yeah.
If you look at the present Argentine squad, we have like 5-6 players who were part of who played in Netherlands 2005.
Yeah.
And if you look at the German team, we also have like 5-6 players who played in 2009 and were European champions. That's talking about the under-21.
Yeah.
So it's a team that have been together for a very long time and understand themselves. We see that it's a generation. Yeah. You would not say the Argentines are playing entirely like South Americans. These are players who ply their trade in Europe, the likes of Zabaleta, the likes of Gago. The Maria. So you can see the progression in that particular team. So for me, we're expecting to see team cohesion. We're expecting to see like a long goal to decide.
Who are the guys? Muller versus Messi, Mascherano versus maybe Schweinsteiger, who is there, who are in the midfield, and then Ezekiel Gary takes and Hummels.
Not taking away.
These are the key battles.
Those are the key battles.
Yes.
If you start
this
from
is from Vanguard Sports.
If it starts from the goalkeeping line, I think you can't take anything. Yeah, you're not taking anything away from Romero, but I think on a good day, Noah will always be number one.
It's got to be the best.
All right,
exactly.
All right, that is what the papers have done. They've taken us around the World Cup. We're keeping it on the World Cup. So that is exactly what you get. Gentlemen, let us see how they went to the finals, the road to the finals. Let us see. Argentina was in our group. Germany was in
the group with Ghana, with Portugal, and the United States.
And the United States of America. So if it is possible, let us see how they progressed from their very first matches. And when Argentina first match against Bosnia, okay, we start with Argentina. They played Bosnia 2-1.
They were exactly disappointing. They were not so impressive in that game, but as usual with them, they get better with every game.
What about against Iran?
Then Messi magic against Iran.
They had to
very,
do the
very
magic.
late, and we actually had to praise the Iranians because a lot of people actually felt that the Nigerian players did not do well enough against Iran. But with the way the Iranians played against Argentina, everybody felt now, oh, these guys are quite good defensively.
Because they played Iran before we played our next match.
Exactly. So I mean, we have to give credit.
All
to
right,
the
okay. We say we have Argentina. We've talked about that match. Argentina 3, Nigeria 2. What we see here, gentlemen, is that Nigeria is the only country that has scored twice against the Argentines.
Yes.
And we have a let us strike first.
Maybe not so.
No,
maybe
it
not
simply
so.
means maybe we have a weak defense. Because if you check the goals,
We're only
scored
concentrating.
3 goals.
Are you saying our football being half full or half empty?
Check the other games they played. It's all been 2-1, 1-0.
Okay, they went on to beat Switzerland 1-0.
That was called.
Out of that 8 goals, they actually scored 3 against Nigeria.
That was
Precisely.
Okay.
But
So
then
which
again, we
is
still
really
scored against them.
And then apart from Nigeria, they only considered only 1 goal. So we, in fact, 200% of the goal they've
Musa,
considered.
you've tried.
200%. So we doubled it.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
The match against Switzerland again
Switzerland
was
is 1-0.
another tough one for them. But they got the job
All
done.
they have done in this competition is off and puff. Let's be serious. Let's
No, not
be
really. I think they
realistic.
have a very
They
good
have the
defense.
message.
I think they're using 5 defenders.
Which
That's what we
defense
don't
do
really
you-
know Argentines
No,
for.
no, I agree with you.
I think going
They have
forward
a
they were better.
compact. They have a compact defense. I think
right,
that's
I
what's
want to
working for
disagree
them.
with that.
Because they've considered lesser goals in this
Before we
tournament
go
than any other
to
team.
Germany, I think their defense is okay. Before we look at how Germans got there, I want you to join us at home. I want to open the lines so that you can be part of this. Let us hear your voice. Who do you think will get to the final? We'll come to the MVP aspect. Who will be the MVP of the tournament? Your take on it. The number will be there on the screen. Just join us. I want to hear your voice wherever you are. Kafanchan, Calabar. Where's Nessie in Nigeria?
Ilorin.
No. I want
Okay, Nessie.
all the C's. Cotonou is outside Nigeria.